Jake stood at the docking gate, holding a small bag with his tools. His boots clicked against the metal floor as he stepped onto the Volare Dawn. He looked around. The walls were smooth and curved, glowing with a soft blue light. Everything smelled clean and sharp like metal and air scrubbers. He was the first human on this alien ship. The Volare were tall and thin, with skin that shimmered in shades of green and blue. Their captain Nira waited for him near the entrance. She had bright silver eyes and moved with grace. "Engineer Jake, welcome aboard," she said. Her voice was calm and strong. "Thank you, Captain," Jake said. He tried not to look nervous. This was a big step. Earth had just signed a peace and trade agreement with the Volare. Jake was chosen to join their crew as part of a new exchange program. As they walked through the ship, Volare crew members stared at him. Some whispered, some looked away. No one smiled. Jake kept his head up and followed Nira. "You will assist in engineering," she said. "Chief Rana will show you your station." "Yes, Captain." The engineering deck was quiet. Machines hummed. Lights blinked. The Chief Rana was short for a Volare. She gave Jake a tool belt and a list of tasks. "Prove yourself useful," she said. Then she walked away. Jake got to work. He found a broken power relay and fixed it in 20 minutes. He double-checked the coolant lines and found a leak the sensors had missed. He patched it quickly. By the end of the day, he had done more than was asked. Still, no one spoke to him. At dinner, he sat alone. On the third day, an alert rang out. A navigation error had caused a power surge. The ship shook. Jake jumped from his seat and ran to the power room. He saw the issue right away and rerouted the energy before the system blew. Nira entered the room seconds later. She looked around, then at Jake. "Who fixed it?" she asked. "I did," Jake said. She stared at him for a long moment, then gave a small nod. "Good work, pet," she said. The room went silent. Even the machine seemed to pause. Jake blinked. He looked at her. The word hung in the air. The crew stared. He smiled a little. "Only yours," he said. Nira's silver eyes widened. For the first time, she looked unsure. A light blush touched her cheeks. She turned and left without saying another word. The crew whispered again, but this time with something new in their eyes. Not just confusion, not just fear. Curiosity. Jake finished the job and left the room. He walked slowly, thinking about what had happened. He didn't know why she said it. Maybe it was a joke. Maybe it was their way of teasing, or maybe it meant something else. Back in his quarters, he sat on the edge of his bunk. He looked out the small window. Stars passed by, silent and cold. He didn't feel alone anymore. For the first time since arriving, he felt like he belonged. Just a little. Not with the crew. Not yet, but maybe with her. He whispered the words again, softer this time. "Only yours." And he smiled. This was just the beginning. Jake woke up early. His mind was still thinking about what Captain Nira had said. Got ready and walked to the engineering deck. The halls were quiet, but he could feel eyes on him. The crew still watched him. They spoke in low voices when he passed. Did not care. He had work to do. Chief Rana gave him another list of tasks. Jake nodded and got started. While checking a power converter, he heard soft footsteps. He turned. Captain Nira stood behind him. "Walk with me," she said. Jake followed her through a narrow hall. She did not speak for a while. Then she stopped near a small viewing room. Stars filled the glass wall. "I want you to learn more about this ship," she said. "You have skill, but this ship has secrets." Jake looked at her. "Why me?" "Because you saw things others did not," she said. "And because I trust you." She showed him a hidden panel behind the wall. It led to a control space most of the crew did not know about. Jake studied it carefully. He asked questions. She answered every one. They stayed there for over an hour. "I will teach you more each day," she said. "But this stays between us." Jake nodded. "I understand." Back in engineering, the crew looked at him with strange eyes. They had seen him leave with the captain. Some looked angry. Some looked curious. No one spoke to him. By the 5th day, a sudden alarm echoed across the ship. The lights turned red. The ship shook. Energy spike in the jump core. Someone shouted. Jake ran with the others. The main engine room was filled with smoke. Panels sparked. Chief Reyna tried to shut down the core, but the system did not respond. Jake jumped into action. He opened the control board and saw a data loop that did not belong. "This is not a normal error," he said. "Something is hiding in the system." "How do you know?" Reyna asked. "I saw it during a check yesterday. It moved, it learns." She gave him a look, but let him work. Jake rerouted the power. Slowly, the lights turned normal again. The ship stopped shaking. Nira entered the room. "Report. Human error," Rana said. Jake shook his head. "No, this is something else. There is a parasite in your code." The room went quiet. Nira stared at him. "Prove it." "I need access to the deep system files," Jake said. Nira nodded. "Follow me." They walked fast. Jake felt the tension growing. The crew was starting to fear him. He was new. He was human. And now he was talking about threats inside their ship. Nira led him to a sealed room. She opened the door with a hand scan. Inside, it was cold and dark. The main server core stood in the center. "You have 1 hour," she said. Jake connected his tools and began scanning. The deeper he went, the more strange code he found. It was not Valar. It was not human. It was something else. "This code learns," he said. "It copies commands, then hides them. It feeds on energy spikes. That is why the jump core failed. It waited." Nira watched him. "Can you stop it?" "I can slow it down. We need to find where it came from. This thing is alive. Not like a person, but like a virus." Nira stayed silent. She walked to the wall and pressed a button. "Send a message to the High Command," she said. "We may have a new threat." Jake turned to her. "They might blame me." She looked at him. "They will try. But I saw what you did. I will not let them." Jake gave a small nod. The word pet echoed in his mind again. But now it felt different. "We need to work fast," he said. "Then do not waste time," she replied. As she left the room, Jake went back to the code. The fight had begun, and it was not just with machines. Something deeper was watching them. The lights on the Valari Dawn dimmed again. The hum of the engines was no longer smooth. It sounded broken. Something was wrong, and everyone could feel it. Jake sat alone in the cold server room. He had been working for hours, eyes fixed on the strange code. The parasite was still hiding deep inside the ship's system. It had moved again. It was learning faster now. His fingers moved quickly over the controls, created fake signals to trick the parasite. He watched as it followed them. It wanted power. It wanted control. "I see you," he whispered. Outside the room, the crew was uneasy. Many of them blamed Jake. They whispered that he brought the problem, that the human was a mistake. Captain Nira called a meeting with the senior crew. She stood in front of them, calm and clear. "Jake is not the cause," she said. "He is the one trying to stop it." Chief Rana crossed her arms. "Then why did the attacks start after he arrived?" Nira looked at her. "We do not blame the firemen for the fire." Meanwhile, Jake found something new. A small signal buried deep in the code. It was a message. Not from the parasite, but from another source. Old data. It said, "Test subject 7 failed. Find next." He sat back. His heart beat faster. Someone had put this thing here. It was not an accident. He rushed to Nira's office. She looked up as he entered. "You look tired," she said. "I found something. This thing was placed here on purpose. It's not just a virus. It was part of a test." Nira stood. "A weapon, maybe. Maybe a machine to learn from ships like yours. Or from people like me who would do this. I don't know yet, but we need to cut it off before it learns too much." Nira nodded. "What do you need? Time and space?" "I need to work alone. If it sees others near me, it will hide." She looked at him for a long time. Then she gave him access to the core chamber. "Do not die in there," she said. Jake smiled. "Not planning to." In the core chamber, the energy was thick in the air. Blue lights pulsed along the walls. Jake sat in the middle, surrounded by cables and screens. He created a trap, a false engine spike to lure the parasite in. It worked. The code moved fast. It rushed toward the signal. Jake was ready. He locked it in a loop. The parasite tried to break free. The ship shook. Alarms screamed. The systems failed. "Come on," Jake said. "Just a little longer." Then the lights went black. Jake felt the cold hit him. His the air system stopped. The ship was dying. The parasite had broken free. He pulled the backup cables and plugged into the manual control. He rerouted power to the core. Systems blinked back. The ship groaned but held. He looked at the screen. The parasite was still there, but now it was weaker. Nira burst into the chamber with 2 guards. "What happened?" "Fought back," Jake said. "But I think I heard it." "Are you alright?" "I will be. But this thing is not done yet. It knows I'm a threat now." Nira helped him to his feet. Her hand was firm on his arm. Her eyes searched his face. "You are more than a pet," she said. Jake gave a weak smile. "Then don't let them cage me." "I won't," she said. But outside the chamber, the crew was not so sure. Some said Jake was dangerous. Others said he had saved them. Jake knew he had little time. The parasite would return. Next time it would be ready for him. He looked at the stars through the window. They seemed colder now. This was no longer just about fitting in. This was a fight for the ship, for his life, maybe even for hers. The Volari dawn was quiet, but it was not calm. The crew moved with tense steps. They looked at every screen with worry. Jake felt the weight of their stares. He stayed close to the core room, watching for any sign of the parasite. He barely slept, ate only when he had to. His eyes stayed on the code. The parasite was silent now. It had learned. It was waiting. The captain called for him. Her voice came through the small speaker in his room. "Meet me at the command deck." When Jake entered, he saw more than just Nira. The high command from Volari space was on the screen. Their faces were sharp and cold. "The human has brought danger," one of them said. "He must be removed." "He is the reason we are still alive," Nira answered. "His presence led to this infection," the voice said. Nira stood firm. This was placed here long before he arrived. He found it. He fought it. He is our only chance. "Then he will be watched," another voice said. "He is not to touch any system without approval." The screen went black. Nira looked at Jake. "They are afraid. They should be," Jake said. "This thing is not done. It wants control." Later that day, as Jake worked alone in the server room, 2 guards came in. "You are to come with us," one said. "Why?" "Orders." They led him to a holding room. It was cold and empty. The door shut behind him. He sat down on the hard bench. Hours passed. No one came. No one spoke. Jake stared at the floor. Then the lights flickered. The ship shook. He stood up. He felt it. The parasite was back. In the command deck, alarms screamed. Systems failed one by one. The parasite had found a new path. It was inside the defense systems now. "Get Jake," Nira shouted. "Now." But Jake was already breaking out. He used a wire from his belt to open the door. He ran down the hall. Smoke filled the air. Lights blinked. He reached the engine room and jumped into the system port. His hands moved fast. "I'm back," he said to the code. "Did you miss me?" The parasite moved to attack, but Jake was ready. He sent a new signal. It looked like power, but it was a trap. The parasite rushed to feed. He locked it in a data loop. It fought back. The ship shook harder. Walls cracked, but the trap held. Nira entered the room. "You did it?" "For now," Jake said. "But it's still in there. It's hurt, but not dead." Nira looked at him. "The crew saw what you did. They know now. Do they trust me?" "Some do. Some still fear you." Jake sat down on the floor. "I don't blame them." Nira walked over and sat beside him. "I do. They should see what I see." He looked at her. Her face was calm, but her eyes held something more. "What do you see?" "Someone who came from nothing and stood against the dark," she said. He smiled a little. "And what do you call someone like that?" "Mine," she said. Jake looked away, hiding his smile. In the days that followed, the crew treated him differently. A few spoke kind words. Some offered help. Others stayed silent, but the hate was gone. Nira gave him full access again. They worked side by side. The parasite was weak now, but still dangerous. They had to find its source. "Whoever made it," Jake said, "they won't stop. They will try again. Then we'll be ready," Nira said. He stood at the window, looking at the stars. Silence filled the room. "Do you ever miss Earth?" she asked. "Sometimes," he said. "Not right now." She touched his arm, light and quick. "We still have a long way to go," she said. "Good," Jake said. "I'm not done yet." And neither was the story between them. The ship drifted near the edge of an unknown system. The stars here were old and dim. The Volari Dawn moved slower now. Power was limited and the systems were tired. The parasite was still hiding somewhere deep in the code, but it had stopped attacking. Jake sat at the command deck reading reports. Many systems had recovered, but the risk remained. He had spent every day scanning the ship, every day digging into the deep layers of code. He wanted to find the core of the thing and end it. Nira stood beside him. She watched in silence. "Any signs?" she asked. "Nothing yet," Jake said. "But it's here. It's waiting. So are we." Suddenly, a warning flashed across the screen. A signal was being sent from the ship. A long-range beacon was active. "Someone's calling for help," Jake said. "We're calling for something worse," Nira said. They rushed to the beacon room.
Yes.
The signal was strange. It didn't match any known codes. It was old.
At.
Everyone red and
It's calling its makers, he said. Nira looked at him. Can you stop it? No, it already sent. Maybe we can find where this thing came from. Then Jake followed the signal's trail. It led to a deep folder inside the ship's memory. Something had hidden it well. It was a location, set of coordinates. "This is it," Jake said. "This is where it started." Nira stared at the screen. "Then we go there. It could be a trap, or a chance to finish this." They jumped to the new system. It was dark and quiet. A small station floated near a dead moon. The station had no lights, no power, no signs of life. "Scan it," Nira said. Jake ran the scan. No heat, no movement, but the code, ... It's here. It's the same as the parasite. This is where it was born. Nira gave the order to send a probe. The probe entered the station and sent back images. Inside were broken machines and old screens. One screen lit up. "Test complete," it said. Then everything shut down again. Jake sat back. We were the test, the parasite, the attacks. It was all part of a bigger plan. Nira frowned. A test for what? Maybe to see how we fight? Maybe to learn our ships? Maybe to find our weak points? And now they know. Jake looked at her. "But we know too. We found their code. We fought back. We lived." Nira nodded. "Prepare the message. Send everything we know to the High Command." Jake worked fast. He sent the report. Then he deleted the remaining parasite files. He locked the system, burned the last of it from the ship. When it was done, he stood up and looked around. "It's over," he said. Nira stepped closer. "Because of you. Because of us," Jake said. "You trusted me, even when they didn't." She looked at him. Her silver eyes were soft now. "You were no longer just a guest on this ship," she said. "You were part of it? Does that mean I get a new title?" She smiled. "Maybe, but I think pet still suits you." Jake laughed. "Only yours." Her face turned red again, just like that first day. She looked away, then back at him. "We will need you for more missions. The crew needs you. I need you." "Then I'm staying," Jake said. "I think this ship feels like home now." "Good. We fly better with you here." The crew gathered that night. They held a small event in the main hall. Simple food, quiet music, soft lights. One by one, crew members came to thank Jake. Rana stood beside him and raised a glass. "To the human who saved us, and to the captain who believed in him." Cheers followed. Jake looked around. These faces were no longer strange. They were his crew now. He looked at Nira. She gave him a small smile. He whispered, "Only yours." And this time, she whispered back, "Always." The The stars outside moved slow and quiet. The ship flew forward, strong and bright. The dark was still out there, but so were they.